Boys and girls, is everybody asleep? What happened? What happened? We put you to sleep. Let's try that again. Good morning, boys and girls. Oh, that's a little bit better. We're more awake. That's great. Today we celebrate a great saint. And can I tell you something? I didn't know about this saint for a long time. I only found out about this saint a few years ago. But when I got to know her, I found out that she is such a beautiful saint. I couldn't help myself, but today I told myself I have to tell you more of her story because it's her saint day. What's her name? Anybody know her name? Oh, let's try again.
Tekla.
That's right. Okay, who wants to tell us her name again? We want to hear it a few times so we remember it. Yes, that's right. Y'all are helping my Fitbit, making me run around. This is good stuff. What's her name, Saint?
Hannah.
Saint?
Hannah.
Tekla. Saint Tekla. Who wants one more? Yeah, James, you want to tell us what her name is? Her name is Saint?
Tekla.
Tekla. There you go. Okay, one more. Okay, one last time. Her name is Saint?
Tekla.
Saint Tekla. Saint Tekla lived a long time ago. Saint Tekla was the friend of who? Of Saint Paul. Who was her friend, Sophie? Can you tell us? Who was her friend?
Paul.
That's right, Saint Paul. And Saint Paul wrote half of the New Testament. He wrote half of the New Testament. Saint Paul used to travel all over the world. He used to travel all over the world to tell people about Jesus. And once when he was in a city and he was telling people about Jesus, who was there and heard him telling people about Jesus? Who do you think?
Saint Tekla.
Saint Tekla. Who do you think, Vicky, it was there?
Saint Tekla.
And do you think she liked what she heard, or do you think she didn't like what she heard? What do you think? We have some heads nodding over here. We didn't hear any answers from the back here. Yasmina, did Saint Tekla like what Saint Paul was saying, or no?
She did.
She did indeed. And she said, oh my goodness, this Jesus that you speak about is so wonderful and he's so great. And you know what she said? She was the first person in the church to say, oh, I want Jesus to be my husband. Can that happen? Can she marry Jesus? Wait, Vicky's saying, no, I don't think so. What do you think, Vicky?
No.
What other answers do we have? Yes? No? Does that work? Yeah, what do you think? Would that work? Can somebody marry Jesus?
Yeah.
Oh, Sophie says yes. I don't know. We have a yes, we have a no.
Yes.
Oh, we have another yes. Oh, we have an answer in the front here. I don't know. This is a tricky question. Can somebody marry Jesus?
No.
No. Yeah, are they going to have a wedding? Leah, are they going to have a wedding? And they're going to and she's going to wear a big white dress and get a big fancy car and lots of flowers. Is that how it's going to look like?
No.
No, that sounds funny, Abuna. Of course not. So what's this business of marrying Jesus? Saint Tekla was one of the first people ever to say, I don't want to marry Uncle Peter. I don't want to marry Uncle Matthew. I don't want to marry Uncle Mark. Although they're very good looking, and they're dashing young men, of course, but I want to be just for Jesus alone. But guess what? She was already engaged. She was supposed to get married. So she went and told the man she was supposed to get married to, and she went and she told her parents, I can't get married because I want to be just for Jesus only. Wow, is that something great or what? Isn't that something great? And so, what happened? What happened? Well, her parents didn't believe in Jesus. Your parents believe in Jesus. Your parents are good people. But her parents didn't believe in Jesus. So her mother told her, no! You have to get married! What's this Jesus business? Forget about Jesus. You have to go and marry this man that we engaged you to. No! And so what did St. Tekla say? Did she say, my mother is saying naughty stuff, so I'm going to listen to her? Or did she say, I'm going to listen to Jesus? What did she say? What did she say?
I'm going to listen to Jesus.
I'm going to listen to Jesus. But your parents are not telling you naughty stuff. Your parents believe in Jesus. They're telling you what Jesus says. What did she say?
I think she said, I'm going to listen to Jesus.
She did. Oh, and Sophie has an answer for us too. What did she say?
I believe Jesus.
I believe in Jesus, yes. And so, what happened after that? What happened after that? Her mommy said, oh no, what's going to happen? So her mommy said, I'm going to go and talk to the big boss of the city. His name was the governor. So she went and talked to the governor, and the governor said, you can marry Jesus? What do you think he said? He said, no. Oh, Max has a hand up. What did the governor say? What did the governor say?
No.
No, he said no. And what did... Oh, I'll ask another question, James. And so, then what happened? I'm coming, Sophie, to you with a question. So, then what happened? The governor tried to convince her and tell her, no, you have to marry the young man. And what did St. Tekla say? She said, no, I'm just for Jesus. Right? Yeah. Then what happened? The governor put her in prison. Is that scary? Would you be scared if you were in prison?
Yes, no.
Yes, no. We need to understand this. Yes, no. Would you be scared if somebody put you in prison?
Was it her mom or her?
It was the big boss of the city, the governor, who put her in prison.
Who?
He put St. Tekla in prison.
Why?
Because she wouldn't listen to him. Because she wouldn't listen to him and marry the young man. Is that scary?
If I was there, I would just do the sign and the cross, it will be fine.
Oh, there you go. We've got some really good answers coming up here. Yes, and over here. Is it scary to be in prison?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it would be scary. Yeah, and Leah, what do you think?
No.
No. Yeah. And so St. Tekla said, no, I'm going to still believe in Jesus. The story gets even more crazy. The governor didn't know what to do. So he sent her to another governor. And the other governor tried to convince her and told her, you have to marry the young man. And what did St. Tekla say? She said, no, I am only for Jesus. So you know what he said to her? He told her, I'm going to get a whole bunch of hungry lions, and I'm going to throw you to the hungry lions. Is that scary? A bit scary, but guess what? Do we know anybody else who got thrown to the hungry lions? We have a hand up here and a hand over here. Everybody is allowed to answer this question. Everybody can answer this question. Who else got thrown to the hungry lions?
Daniel.
And yes, let's hear that answer from lots of people so we remember it. Who else got thrown to the hungry lions?
Saint Daniel.
Oh, Saint Daniel, the prophet Daniel, yes. Who else over here? Daniel, that's right. Oh my goodness, I'm going to lose my hat. I'm running so fast. Who else?
Daniel.
That's right. Yes. Who?
Daniel.
Daniel, that's right. Hi.
Daniel.
Oh, that Daniel, that's right.
Daniel.
Oh my goodness, and
Daniel.
wow, there we go. Oh, yes, George. Yes.
Daniel.
Okay, and since I'm here, George, I'll start with you. I want to ask you a question. Did the lions eat Daniel?
No.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. Did the lions eat Saint Tekla?
No.
No, they didn't. So guess what the governor did? He said, oh no, my plan didn't work. So he took her and he threw her into a place full of snakes, poisonous snakes. All this to try to convince her not to believe in Jesus. And when he told her, you have to stop believing in Jesus, what did Saint Tekla say? She said, no. So he threw her to the snakes. What did the snakes do? Did the snakes poison her and eat her?
No.
No, they didn't. They didn't. So what happened? Saint Tekla came out from the place of the snakes alive also. So what did the governor do? He said, I give up. He said, I give up. Right? And he said, he took her and he told her, you go away. And so St. Paul collected her and took her to other cities to go and teach people about Jesus. And she lived to a long old age, telling people about how beautiful Jesus is. And she became what is called a martyr. James, what's a martyr? You've told us before. Tell us again.
It is someone who lives for Jesus and that sacrifices the life and that goes to different cities to preach about him.
Yes, and usually martyrs, what happens to them usually? How do they usually die? Somebody can tell us.
Because they get old?
They do get old sometimes, but before they get old, usually something else happens. How do martyrs usually die?
Maybe they get thrown in the lion?
Yeah, sometimes they get thrown to the lions. Sometimes, we have some hands up back here. Yes, I'll come back to you, Sophie. How do martyrs usually die?
They get killed and they get a crown.
Yes, they get killed and they get a big crown.
They get killed and get a big crown.
That's right. They get killed and they get a big crown because they believed in Jesus. We'll ask you another question. Now, here's a trick question. Did Saint Tekla get killed in this story so far that I told you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Did she get killed in this story that we told you so far?
No.
No. Did she get killed in this story so far?
No.
No, but she suffered so much for Jesus' sake, and she loved Jesus so much that the church called her the martyr who never got killed. Isn't that sweet? The church called her the martyr without shedding of blood, but for our children, the martyr who never got killed. And the church called her the bride of Christ. And she is the first one in the history of the church to have the name the bride of Christ. Okay, last question, and everybody can answer this question. Who else do we know? There's many people, many other lovely women in the church who have the title the bride of Christ. Who is another saint that we know that has the title the bride of Christ? I'll go around the church and I'll hear from everybody.
Saint Catherine, the bride of Christ, is over there.
Yeah, Saint Catherine, the bride of Christ. Who else?
Catherine.
That's right, Saint Catherine, the bride of Christ, huh?
I hear something in the song and they say Saint Mary is the bride of Christ too.
Yes, that's true. That is true. Huh?
Saint Catherine.
Yes, Saint Catherine. Yeah, and Ellie?
Saint Verena.
Yeah, Saint Verena, the bride of Christ.
Verena.
Yeah, Saint Verena is also, and Maddie, yeah, you want to say something?
Elena.
Yes, the bride of Christ. Oh, where are you? Here you are, Leah. Huh? You just want to smile through your mask. And how about you, George? Do you know any? Yeah? Saint Catherine, the bride of Christ. And all of these beautiful saints chose to make Jesus, oh, we have Max over here with a hand held up high.
No.
All of these saints chose to make Jesus their only husband.
What was
The big boss, the governor?
Yeah, what was his name? Was he, Diocletian?
No, he was about 300 years before Diocletian. 270 years before. So Saint Thecla was one of the first saints. She was right at the very beginning, just after Jesus. 2 more questions and then we'll finish.
Is Saint Thecla in heaven?
She is. She's in paradise. She's in paradise and she can't wait to meet you and me. Question? God bless you and may the